Namaskar, I am Anubhav Ranjan and you're watching Ritam. Media, considered the fourth pillar of democracy and often referred to as the watchdog of society, is expected to present news and information to the public with complete impartiality. However, throughout modern history, we have witnessed how dangerous the media can become when it skews in favor of a particular individual, party, or community. From the biased propaganda during the Nazi Germany to the manipulative reporting during the British rule in India, the media has often played a critical role in shaping narratives, sometimes at the expense of truth. For nearly a century, the British Broadcasting Corporation BBC has been held up as the gold standard of impartial journalism. Yet, beneath this polished facade lies a more troubling reality, one of the deep-rooted bias, media manipulation, and an agenda that has often been weaponized against nations like India. As media is meant to serve as the watchdog of society, ensuring the public receives unbiased information, the BBC has instead acted as a tool of propaganda, distorting global perception, particularly when it comes to India. Founded in 1927, the BBC was born out of the British Empire's desire to control public narratives. While the empire may have crumbled, its ideological vestiges clearly remain alive in the BBC's coverage. The institution continues to perpetuate a colonial mindset, shaping narratives that favor Western dominance while marginalizing voices from countries like India. The BBC's history of biased coverage toward India is long and undeniable. During colonial rule, it was instrumental in portraying India as a backward, chaotic land in need of British oversight. But even after India's independence in 1947, the BBC never quite let go of the patronizing stance. To this day, it continues to push a narrative that paints India in a negative light, systematically undermining the country's progress and political developments. A glaring example of this its coverage of contemporary Indian politics. The BBC reporting on Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the rise of Hindu patriotism has been steeped in hostility and bias. The recent documentary India, The Modi Question, exemplifies this trend. Masked as investigative journalism, it was nothing short of an attack on India's democratically elected leadership designed to stoke divisions along religious and cultural lines. This has been condemned by numerous high-ranking civil servants, military officials, and diplomats who have rightly pointed out the hypocrisy of an institution that refuses to reckon with Britain's colonial atrocities such as the Bengal famine, yet feels entitled to meddle in India's internal affairs. The BBC's actions are not just relics of a colonial past, they are part of a deliberate strategy to maintain Western hegemony and keep former colonies like India on the defensive. It is high time for this double standard to be exposed. In response, concerned Hindus from India, the UK, the USA, and New Zealand have come together to fund the documentary BBC on Trial, a powerful expose that seeks to hold the BBC accountable for its long-standing misinformation campaign. The time has come for the BBC to answer for its biases and manipulations. It is no longer enough to merely challenge a few misleading reports or biased documentaries. The institution itself must be put on trial for its role in shaping harmful global narratives, especially against nations like India. Jai Hind.